Was good with y'all? It's your boy AD, and to be honest, February was an interesting month for the gaming field and people with birthdays, because that's the best month to have them in. But seriously, some games really picked it up sales wise. Even though fans and critics may not have liked the game, they certainly bought it, helping with the respective publisher's bottom line. Spending 1.05 on gaming related products in February, according to the industry tracking firm known as the MPD Group. That's up 4% compared to the 1.01 billion in February 2018. Growth came primarily from mobile, which was up 9%. This more than made up for the 6% decline in premium PC. If you want to know more about how mobile gaming heavily affects the gaming industry, click here to watch the video while leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, as I provide weekly insight onto how the gaming scene is looking at the moment, while also breaking down sales and trends so we can have a better understanding of what's to come in the future. Speaking on sales and trends, I assume when people say all publicity is good publicity, EA and BioWare must have took that to heart, because after all the backlash and negative reviews they've gotten from fans and critics, they still managed to top the list of top selling games of February 2019. Granted, that is the month they came out, and March is seeing a huge drop off for them, but to have the second highest launch month sales ever recorded for a BioWare developed game, trailing only the March 2012 release of Mass Effect 3, is a big accomplishment nonetheless. Getting back into the list, counting down from 2, we have Jump Force published by Bandai Namco Games, Kingdom Hearts 3 published by Square Enix, Far Cry New Dawn published by Ubisoft, Red Dead Redemption 2 published by Take-Two Interactive, Resident Evil 2 published by Capcom USA, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate published by Nintendo, Metro Exodus published by Deep Silver, NBA 2K19 published by Take-Two Interactive, and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 published by Activision Blizzard. Let me know if y'all care about the developers and producers as much as the games on this list, because I think they're important, which is why I include them alongside every video game I talk about, because without them, those games would not have as much funding available to make it play and look like it does when the final product comes out. Breaking down all the newer games on this list, starting with Far Cry New Dawn published by Ubisoft. Their sales were just 13% of Far Cry 5's launch week sales, released March 27, 2018, which kind of makes sense because it's just a spin-off. Far Cry New Dawn takes place 17 years after the events of Far Cry 5. It is the first game to be a direct sequel, and many of the characters from Far Cry 5 make a return in New Dawn. Next up is Jump Force. They debuted it as February's second best-selling game. Launch month sales volume of Jump Force is the third highest total ever achieved for a title published by Bandai Namco Games. Jump Force is currently the fourth best-selling game of 2019. So that's good to know that no matter the quality of the actual game, at least if it's an anime game, then the anime fans will always come and heavily support. Also, keep in mind all these numbers are for the month of February, not currently. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts 3, the Square Enix published game ranked as the third best-selling game of February and maintains its #1 overall sales position in its first 2 months in the market. Kingdom Hearts 3 remains the fastest-selling game in franchise history, exceeding the time-aligned sales of Kingdom Hearts 2 by over 80%. So I guess you can say there's no in-game insight for Disney at this point with their position in the gaming industry. Now that we've covered the top-selling games for the month of February, let's get into something that in my opinion has the potential to change the way we game going forward in a revolutionizing way. I'm talking about the future of these big-name corporations finally trying their hand at a subscription-based gaming service. One being Google. With Google Stadia, a subscription-based service that is determined to show gamers you don't need a game console or expensive PC, just a TV, browser, phone, a low-end PC that can surf the web using Google's Chrome browser. Also, Stadia comes with a specialized controller from Google that connects to its service over Wi-Fi. Google's Phil Harrison said, "Our ambition is far beyond a single game. Instead, the company sees the opportunity to give players instant access to a game by clicking a link. The power of instant access is magical and has already transformed the music and movie industry." The project will launch in US, Canada, and the UK and Europe this year. Google didn't say how much games will cost to play, though the company said it plans to say more in the summer. The second big corporation to take on the challenge of trying to modernize gaming as we know it is the multinational technology company called Apple. Apple introduced a new cross-platform gaming subscription called Apple Arcade. Apple CEO Tim Cook said, "We want to make gaming even better. Apple Arcade will have a hand in developing titles by working directly with developer partners to produce titles. Early partners include names like Disney, Konami, and Lego. All games on Apple Arcade will also be playable offline. We're also providing access to all of the content in the game without ads." The service will be coming this fall, and although Apple has not given a price, Apple Arcade will be launching in 150 regions. While Google and Apple already announced the names for their respective subscription-based gaming services, Walmart has yet to announce a name, but they have been speaking to game developers and publishers since the beginning of this year, according to multiple unnamed sources. Also, Walmart has been working to increase its digital presence, presumably to counter Amazon, as well as offering options like 2-day shipping, in-store pickup, and AR scanners that help customers compare their products. So many subscription-based services nowadays, it makes me wonder what other everyday things we do in life are going to start being put behind subscription-based paywalls. I mean, think of everything companies use now to create subscription services for. There are just too many to list off. It makes you wonder what is in store for subscription-based services in the future. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about Google Stadia and Apple Arcade. And also, do you think in the near future gaming consoles will start to recede because of subscription-based services becoming more prevalent? I think there's a chance that may happen, but it's not likely as Microsoft, PlayStation, and Steam all have their very own subscription services too. So adjusting to that type of digital gaming shouldn't be hard for them. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe, and share this with your friend, neighbor, dog, or just send this to the person across the street still pushing through all the bugs and glitches on Anthem to complete the legendary contracts, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And with that, I'm out.